Speaking of violence, and we're going trajectoring into a different violent thing. Floyd Mayweather, man. Floyd Mayweather is ruining any type of legacy this guy's had by just opening his mouth in interviews. He is arguably does not use common sense. He's very rich, very successful. Congratulations, Floyd. I used to think he's one of the best boxers ever, but I disagree now. I think he's tarnishing his legacy. He just says things that make no sense at all. And yeah, I just disagree with a lot what he says, what he does, his actions. In this interview, let's go over the article. Floyd Mayweather has refused to criticize Diddy over his sexual assault allegations. The retired professional boxer appeared on the Pivot podcast, hosted by former NFL stars Channing Crowder, Fred Taylor, and Ryan Clark, when the topic of the embattled hip-hop mogul came up. Nobody asked him about Diddy. He just randomly spewed stuff about Diddy. So let's play the clip.
What's crazy is out here in the world today, a lot of times, even like P. Diddy. I'm not going to speak bad about P. Diddy because he's still a black man. Mistakes happen, and I can't say if it is or it's not a mistake, but things happen in life. And P. Diddy business is P. Diddy business. It's not my job or anyone else's job to go on the internet and stump him and kick a man while he's down. My take on it is it's not my business. I don't think it's right at all, and I don't condone it. Even if that happened to my daughter, I would be hurt. But that's a choice that my daughter made. Yeah. So I don't want to kick nobody while they're down.
I think the big thing, because I have girls too, is though.
No boys?
I have a boy too.
Okay.
Is one, if your son is in that position or your son is accused of those things that Diddy was accused of, like, I'm going to believe in my son and what he says, but I'm going to check him about that. I'm going to check him about whether or not these are things you've done. I'm also going to check him about putting himself in those positions. And on the other side that we have to be very careful of, especially when talking about women, is that if those things are true, right, and some of the things are true, yes, that wasn't a decision they made, right? That's something that was done to them. And I wasn't in those rooms, so I can't cast aspersions on Diddy and say that he did it or he did do it or he's an evil man or he is. What I am saying is if those things happen to those women, not yes, only is it not right, it's also not their fault.
Mm-hmm.
Floyd, you are genuinely just one of the dumbest people. No disrespect. And I mean that with the utmost respect. Like, what do you... This is what he said, quote for quote. My take on it is, it's not my business. First off, if it's not your business, why even bring it up? Nobody asked you about Diddy in this interview. Nobody. That's the first thing. I don't think it's right at all, and I don't condone it. Even if it happened to my daughter, I would be hurt. But that's a choice my daughter made. Are you... Oh, my God, man. The shit I want to say. Oh, my God. Are you fucking kidding me? That's a choice your daughter... Yeah. My daughter just chose to get beat and sexually assaulted. That's a choice she made. Yeah, she just wanted that to happen to her. I'm glad the host tried to clean it up because he was like, what the fuck? Like, he just didn't... Because if Floyd said that in front of my face, I would be... I don't know how I'd react, honestly. I'm glad that host cleaned it up and said, hey, that's not the women's fault. It's not their choice. Like, relax. That was the dumbest way to end anything. I just don't know. Like the comments of people roasting him online is like, what do you expect from a guy who doesn't know how to read? Like, this is the type of shit that Floyd is ruining his legacy day in and day out with stupid shit like this. Like, he constantly says things like this that make no fucking sense. Like, yeah, you're rich, but do you have common sense? Like, money, that's the thing. Money doesn't make somebody smart. Like, yeah, Floyd had a talent, God-gifted talent, worked hard, worked his ass off in that talent, and became one of the best in the field in that talent. Does that make him a smart person? No. He just got a lot of money off it, and from what 50 said, he's actually blown a lot of it and doesn't really save it and creates fake companies and pretends like he's this and that. Whatever, that's a whole different scenario. But and I would love to go over the 50 and Floyd beef. It would be really interesting. But 50 reacted to this, and 50 felt like it was a shot at him, and I can see why, because 50's actually the one criticizing Diddy publicly. So when Floyd says, "Oh, I can't criticize somebody, you know, and kick a man while he's down," and what is this talk about black man? Like, why does race have to be brought into this? A person that beats somebody has nothing to do with they're black or white. They're genuinely a bad person. Harvey Weinstein did a lot of fucked up shit. He's white. Fuck him. Get him out of here. Like, it has nothing to do with black man and kicking him down. Like, why do some people mention that? Why does race have to be brought up in this type of shit? It makes absolutely no sense to me. Like, what does that have anything to do with if the guy's a piece of shit, black, purple, brown, piccolo, green, doesn't matter what the fuck you are, you're a piece of shit. It's that simple. Now, like I said earlier, we don't know 100% of the facts. We don't know what's real, what's not. So I can kind of see what Floyd's saying with don't kick a man while he's down, but why even speak on it? And what you said just made no fucking sense. That's a choice my daughter made. How did that even get in your brain to say that? I'm genuinely confused. Let me go over what 50 said, man, because I don't know what to say with Floyd sometimes. Floyd just be yapping. He'd be yapping. Fuck, man, this shit's not loading on let me go on my phone and actually see what he said, because this shit's not loading up on my thing. They didn't even ask him about this. Champ, is you stupid or is you dumb? Get me the fuck out your head. You sound like a hater. Did he do it? Coming soon. And then I was just chilling. He said, till this guy come around and try to defend sexual assault, even saying if it was his daughter, it would be her choice. Which is, like I said, man, one of the dumbest things. The fact that even came out of Floyd's mouth is genuinely the dumbest shit I've heard somebody say. Imagine your daughter gets beat, sexually assaulted, and you somehow put the blame on her. Like, what? And if you have a son that does that, you better fucking beat that son's ass and punish him to no extent. Because your son should not be raised doing that either. That's 100% his fault. If I had a son and I caught wind, he was putting his hands on a woman, I would beat him to the point where he's unconscious. Like, I'm not even joking. That's not how you should raise your kids. And your daughter should not tolerate that from any man. If any man puts his hands on a woman, it's over. There's no sticking it out. There's no, oh, we got to stick this out because we have kids. No. That guy's not, 95% of the time, he's not going to change. That's my take on it, though. That's based off of history, based off of what I've seen in different scenarios, different cases with people. Floyd is just genuinely, I don't understand. He should just get away from interviews, go read Cat in the Hat. Okay? We want to put pressure on you, Floyd. You know you can't read a book like Harry Potter, so we got you Cat in the Hat. Shit. He still didn't go on Jimmy Kimmel to read Cat in the Hat. But, yeah, I'm going to leave this to what it is. I'm baffled by what Floyd said.